And then Matt's got his new system, XOP. So he's got his new XOP in there with the sticks. Just trying, tinkering with new things, especially as much public land that we do. Just trying to find lighter and more mobile ways to get up in the tree. Because I use a big Viper, and it's heavy, it's clanky.
It's loud.
To be honest, I mean, it's comfortable. You get up there, you feel secure. You can basically get up, walk around. The thing I do like about my Viper is that it has that adjustable seat.
Right.
Throughout the day, I can kind of be in different seating positions and get my legs up over the rest. So but we're trying different stuff, or Matt's trying different stuff.
We'll see how it works out.
But we're gonna go climb a tree. I want to see how well it works myself. Let's get after it. What's going on, everybody? It is October 7th. I'm here with my buddy Matt, and the reason why I got Matt with me today is because he basically spent all this money, or made me spend all this money, because last weekend we were out and he went and is testing out the XOP system, and I really liked it. So Amazon truck just came and dropped off the last part of it, and here we are. So we're gonna unpack everything. We've got the stand itself,
Hang on.
the hang on, we've got sticks, we've got a bag, we've got it all. And it was not cheap, but really excited about just the mobility this gives us, especially as much public land that we're hunting, just be able to get in and out. And yeah, we're gonna get it all set
The
up.
reason I chose XOP was a good entry level. Doesn't break the pocketbook as bad as others. To see if I like it or not.
I just wanted to get away from the climber. Never thought I'd say that because I really do like my climber, but last time we went in, man, it was just clanking all on that deer cart and loud and so heavy. And then the worst part about it is, Matt, is climbing up and then realizing you're starting to like lean. And you have to climb all the way back down, readjust everything, go back up. I did that 3 times last weekend.
It was great. I was sitting on the other side going, light goes up, light goes down, light goes up, light goes down.
Yeah, literally, he's sitting there 50 yards from me and just watched me kept going up and down the tree because the dang thing kept. I get up there and it was leaning on me. So this is self-leveling. Literally, just strap it to the tree, pull it down, lock it in, good to go. And I wasn't sold on it, but Matt went ahead and pulled the trigger on this, and I used it last weekend out at the farm and was really impressed. So this is what, cast aluminum.
Cast aluminum.
So if you haven't noticed, we're kind of bigger guys, like
A little husky,
yeah,
husky side.
little on the husky side. That's fine. So I was a little nervous on that cast aluminum, but I mean, you can feel it move a little bit. It does flex a little bit, but it's rated for 350 pounds, and I'm definitely not that husky. So I think we'll trust it. What's going on, everybody? We are back at it again. Matt and I are out here at the farm, and as we showed you yesterday, I got my XOP Air Raid set up. I got the backpack, and Matt is now going to get the backpack. He likes it. But I also got the hunter safety system. It's basically like a lineman setup, so I can shimmy up this tree with. And then Matt, if you want to come over here and show everybody.
All my little repellent dangles here.
So Matt's got, that's the XOP set up for the harness, or the saddle, which I like too because it gives him a lot more flexibility when he's up in the stand. I mean, if he wants to step out around the tree, he can, but at the same time, this is the type of setup I wanted, and after he saw it, I think he's liking it too. So
Yep. I think I'm sold.
we're going to go up these trees and just kind of get familiar with using this setup and this kind of gear, and go from there. But so far, I'm really excited about this XOP stuff. I mean, it's lightweight. You can put it all on your back and hike in. So
It's like 18 pounds with our bags on it, I think.
yeah, I mean, so that's 4 sticks, the platform, and then of course it has basically the backpack harness, and then it's got quick disconnects if you wanted to take that off when you're in the tree. And then I added these to my backpack, which will hold all the ropes and other gear that we're going to use for today. But pretty excited about it. We're gonna go up. I'm just gonna get familiar with using the sticks and the harness system, and then we'll put the platform up and see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
The cool thing with this setup is got my next step here, and then I got the quick connects. So as I climb, I've got them right with me. I'm not having to pull them up from the ground. And then, so I'm set up the way I want. Take this excess rope, throw it right in my bag. Get my next tie off. The old thing is, Matt, if I fall, I got it on video for insurance purposes.
Insurance will be avoided.
Alright, so I cinched it now. There we go. Come up. Just like that. 2 up. I could definitely space those out further, but I do like working underneath here instead of having to go over.
Right.
That's locked in tight. I think your saddle is going to be, because like right now in my groin, like it's tight, you know, where I think your saddle, you're more comfortable when you're up here.
Yeah, but you got those utility bins on the side, which are gonna be handy as a shirt pocket.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not having to pull stuff up. Like literally come over here, got my next strap, maybe. Don't make fun of us. We're just learning. Fine. Probably not going to put any of this in a video anyway. Victory! First time in using sticks and a hang-on stand. I actually take that back. I had an old aluminum hang-on stand that I used at one point, but I used it above a ladder stand just for my son to get above me. But this, the harness underneath, or the backpack system that you see hanging there, that is just on there with quick connects. Obviously you can just take that off, throw it in your bag, so it's not hanging there like that. Even ideally, if you're going to leave this, you know, sitting in the woods, you don't want that just sitting there and getting the weather beat up on it, so you take that with you. But for now, I didn't want to unhook it all and just practice in here, but made it up. I got let's see, nope, wrong one. This is the wrong one again, Matt.
For the blue cord. Yep, you got it. You got it.
But I got my safety line all in, and my lineman belt is off, and then in my pouch is over here. Matt, you want to come over there and show them sticks as much as you can anyway. But brought the sticks up, kind of stopped right there just for the practice of it, and then we came up to that branch right there. So, oh gosh, it's still new, so it's going to creak a little bit. And it's a little scary. Oh God. Okay. And I've got a freaking thing on it that sounds metal to metal. I didn't use that last stick. But you can flip your seat up and get it out of the way. I say get out of the way, but if you want more room to walk around. But yeah, we're up here. My feet hurt a little bit, never doing this before, and I was on that one little rung of that ladder for probably 10 minutes.
Negotiating this.
Yeah, trying to figure out how to do everything. But we're up and we're secure, feels good. Now we have to get down. All right, Matt, your turn. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Matt, say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm not that far up yet, so we're good.
We're learning how to climb trees. I'd say we're a little bit bigger and heavier and not as nimble as we used to be. So when I say we're learning how to climb trees, that is a true statement.
So glad we're not doing this in the middle of the night the first time.
Yeah, that's what Matt and I were just talking. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little nervous to do this by myself the very first time. He said, "Well, what about up in the dark?" I'm like, "I'm not doing it in the dark."
But you know, I watch those videos. It says, you know, the one of the questions came up. You know, older, heavier set people, you know, big bone people like me, getting older, says not bad. You know, you gotta embrace it. So here we are embracing it.
It's just like anything else, though. Like, I think it's just gonna take a little bit once we get used to it.
here we go.
Going up the next one.
Hey, have my legs.
Don't forget, you're gonna have to transition your lineman rope over that. You're gonna have to add another lineman rope.
I got this.
Well, you can't go any higher on your lineman rope.
Oh, I could. But, well, you have a second one. Of course, I use my old carabiner, so.
So you're gonna take your second lineman rope, wrap it around. If you can see right there, he's got an obstacle right there.
Yeah,
So he's gonna take that second lineman rope, go over the obstacle, lock himself in, then remove the lower lineman rope. Keep right on trucking.
Running out of breath. I'm going crazy, crazy, and
All right, here we go. My official review of the XOP hang-on system with the sticks. And guys, we've gotten some good experience now. Matt and I actually went out on public land for the first time to use that one evening. Found an oak flat that was only about 100 yards from where we could park our truck. So the idea was just to hike in easy, find some good trees, get up in the tree. I'll go 100 yards down and get up in a tree and we'll hunt for the evening. So we got in, and man, it was just thick. Briars, just nasty. But oaks dropping everywhere, sign everywhere. So we got in there, got Matt set up in a tree, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep on going. Well, I kept on going and kept on going, and it got thicker and thicker, and I kept going downhill. And before you knew it, I was almost a mile in with this XOP system on my back. So it's got the platform, 4 sticks, plus my hunter safety kind of lineman utility belt that I really like. I'm gonna show that to you in a second. But climbed all the way through all that briars, all that nasty stuff, and it never really got hung up on anything. Nothing like carrying a climber in there. But I got into this bottom setup within 30 minutes, seeing 2 doe across the creek. But unfortunately didn't have no luck that night. But we basically hunted just to get familiar with the XOP system, especially since I was getting ready to go out of state and knowing that that was going to be my primary, my primary way to get into trees. So success there. Went to Ohio. I did hunt out of a blind several days in Ohio just to the weather, but the first 3 days I hunted out of the XOP system and got really good at getting up and down, really safe. And the cool thing is it's light enough that you can literally throw it on your back and get in and out. And I don't know the exact weight. I'm going to weigh everything here in this video and show you, but I think the XOP system itself is like 16 pounds with everything on the pack. And then you add your bag to it. So maybe 30 pounds total, somewhere in that proximity, plus your bow and stuff like that. But I really like the system, and I'm going to show you here today. I'm going to hike back here to the woods and just go up the tree, kind of show you the things that I've learned. But I will say this, the hunter safety utility belt is a game changer, because I can hang my sticks from it, which you'll see in a second. I've got all my straps right there at the ready, and pull a strap out, throw it around the tree, hook a stick, and just boom. And then I'm also going to time it today to show you from a novice standpoint of how long it really takes me to get up, get the platform hung and in the tree safe and ready to hunt. So I'm not going to pull my bag up. I'm not going to take a bow with me, but you would just add in however long it would take you to pull those up. And then I have just been tying off a lanyard to the platform itself. The platform's tied off to me. I pull the platform, hang it, get everything set up, get my safety hooked up, and then reach down and pull my bag and my bow up. And then I hang that from the strap that I'm going to show you as well. But this is really just to kind of give you a final review from my standpoint. Guys, I weigh about 225 pounds, and getting up and down, it has been no problem. The stand itself feels secure. It does take a little getting used to, having to stand, basically just squat straight up and then lift your seat so you have maneuverability to move around on the platform itself. But once you've kind of got that, you're good. I will say, just make sure that you're always connected to the tree. So make sure you're using your safety harnesses. Make sure you're attaching yourself to the tree. Always be attached to the tree. That's the biggest point. But so far, I am really liking this XOP system. So let's go out here in the woods. Let me show you how I get up a tree. All right, so if you've made it this far, you're obviously interested in kind of how we get up the tree here. But for those of you that use sticks and hang-on stands and you're already good at it, you might want to just go ahead and fast forward. But right here you can see I'm just taking off the pack, and with those quick connects that you also can purchase at XOP, it's got the silent little connectors on there. And then here I'm taking off those J hooks, again also sold on the XOP website, and I like to keep those in that top pouch right there on that pack so that I'm not losing them. The last thing you want to do is lose these J hooks when you're way back 2 miles back in the woods and then have to carry those things out in your hands along with all your other gear. So I put them in that pack and then zip it up, and I do it every time. So just going to pull the sticks off and get them separated. They are tight and they will bust your knuckles, so I like to grab them there. And then you can see I've got the connectors, the little hangers that again you can purchase on the XOP website, but they work perfect just on the back of those satchels there on the lineman belt. So get these broken down, get them connected. So I've got one connector on both sides, and then the lineman belt itself, or the utility belt, has an additional strap here, and I always just take that strap and hook that first one or the second one on, and then we'll go ahead and get the first one connected to the tree. All right, so you can see here, I like to keep a second lineman rope in the left pouch. So my primary climbing lineman's rope, I keep in the right pouch. On the left side, I keep a secondary lineman's rope in case I need to do a transition. But also for this, I actually hook that up with the carabiner, and then I hook it to the back of that platform. Then I go ahead and connect my first stick to the tree. All right, so got this cinched down here. Put a little pressure on it just to start to bite in. Of course, whenever you actually step up and put your body weight on there, it really locks it down into the tree. But got my lineman's rope, and get that wrapped around the tree and get all locked in here. But I'm gonna have to make some adjustments because this tree is quite bigger than the one that I was hunting in up in Ohio. So we'll get that cinch moved and give me some more slack. Get it pulled around there and then completely fastened and locked in to my harness. And I'm ready to climb. All right, so once you get up on that first stick, you're going to just want to adjust your strap or your lineman's rope to where it's comfortable. And as you can see here, I take that excess slack and I throw it into that pouch so it's out of my way, and I can now start working with my stick. So I pull that first stick off, and then you can see here I figured out that in the loop there, because it's got pressure, I can actually take the stick itself and stick it through that loop, and it holds it there right where I need into my working space while I'm getting my straps wrapped around the tree. right, just in an effort to save some time here, I went ahead and fast forwarded to that last stick. So just climbing up here on the 4th stick. So approximately about 20, 21 feet in the air right now. You could get a little bit more, I'd say at least another 6 foot out of that if you just space those sticks out a little bit further. But for now, just keeping them pretty close. Easy step. Now I'm putting on my safety line, and a couple things will happen here. Go ahead and get it around and hooked up. As you can see, it does have a carabiner on there. And then right now I'm using this for dual purpose. You'll see here in a second, but one, I'm going to go ahead and hook up to it so that I'm safe. If something were to happen, my lineman belt slip or whatever, as I'm starting to pull that platform up. So as you can see there, just clipped in. So I am now officially hooked to the tree from my safety harness and my lineman's belt. And then I got a secondary carabiner that I go ahead and hook to that strap as well. I'm gonna have to adjust it here a little bit. I'm gonna get that in, tighten it all back down. And the point of that is, instead of having to hold that platform and at the same time try to throw the strap around and hook it all up, to free up my hands, I use this extra carabiner and hook it right to the back of the platform here. Now it's in place, it's there. I've got, my hands are free. Just gonna get it situated, and then I can go ahead and grab the straps and get it locked in. So I'll fast forward to that. So another thing that I've learned in this process is you want your strap, or the buckle of that strap, facing you on your working side. You don't want to throw the heavy end around and then the actual pull strap is on the opposite side of the tree. So it took me a minute to figure that out, but because it's obviously easier, I'm right-handed, to throw the heavy side around, grabbed it with my left hand, and then put it on. But then the strap and the buckle is on the opposite side of the tree, so you'd have to reach around and pull it. So always want the buckle itself on the working side of the tree. So throw the heavy side around with your left hand, grab it with your right, you've got the buckle in your hand, hook it up, makes it a lot easier. All right, so you can see here I got the that carabiner unhooked. So the platform itself is being held up by the top strap there. And that's another thing, you want to put your top strap on first, really cinch it down as tight as you can get it, and then you're gonna take your lower strap and get that thrown around, hooked on. But the most important part of this process is, once you've got that lower strap hooked to the platform itself, you want to lift the platform up and cinch everything down as tight as possible, and then push it down, really forcing those teeth of the platform, upper and lower teeth, to bite into the tree before you put your weight on it. So you can see right there, I just put a little pressure with my left foot, and you can see that it's still kind of wobbly. It was not locked down. So I had to lift that platform up and really cinch it down. And then now you can see, as I put my weight on the platform, it really digs those teeth into the bark of the tree, and it is secure. All right, so you just saw me transition from the sticks over to the platform. And at this time, I like to take that safety line and move the connection up the tree about brow height. I think here I'm a little small, or a little shorter than that, but about brow height. Get it cinched back in. Make sure my connection's good. I'm all locked in, and then from that point, I can reach down and undo my lineman's belt. So I'll get that unhooked, and then I stow it in my pouch So I always keep the one I climb with in my left pouch. I'm sorry, in my right pouch. And then I have the secondary in my left pouch, but it's still hooked up to the platform itself. If I was actually going to sit here and hunt for the afternoon, I would have unhooked that as well, just to ensure that there's no clanking around of that clasp. And I had it stowed in my left pouch. But guys, at this point I would have reached down, pulled my bag out, get my hanger hung around the tree, put my bag on it, and then pull the bow up, knock an arrow, and hang it from the tree, and I'm ready to hunt for the afternoon. All right, everybody, I appreciate you hanging in here till the end. I hope you enjoyed this episode and maybe learned something. Again, I wanted to make this video just because from a novice standpoint of someone that's just starting to utilize this method to get up in a tree and hunt, that it can be done. Of my age and my weight, I can get up in a tree and be way more mobile. And I mean, there was some places in Ohio that I hiked that pack in at least 2 miles one way, and it was fine. But total time for the whole thing here to get up, down, all packed back up was right at 33 minutes. So total time to get up in the tree and ready to hunt, probably around 14 minutes of that. I'm sure there's a lot of you watching this right now, more than likely making fun of me because I probably did a lot of stuff wrong, too, saying, oh man, I can do that in 3 minutes. And that's awesome. I hope I get there too. But when it comes to getting up in a tree like that, for me, it's safety first, not about the speed. And I feel like when I try to go faster, I make mistakes. And when you start making mistakes 25 feet in the air, it could cost you your life. So take your time, make sure you stay strapped into that tree. And until next time, guys, wake up and hunt.